Alright, so this one's a little bit of a corny sort of callus hiding in plain sight. So if you have a look at it, it doesn't, on the surface it just looks like a general diffuse callus. So we'll just go in there and have a look at this one and see. As we remove that large area of callus there, sort of beneath that third metatarsal head, you can see we've got this really long, dense section of you'd almost call it a corn. It's really hard, just like a corn. And it causes this patient a lot of pain when they're walking. So what we're going to do is just go in and have a look at this one, and you'll see that there's a really deep section. If you can see that darker sort of beer bottle coloured section of skin there that I'm working on now. So fortunately the scalpel is the same shape as the corn, or very similar, so we can go in there and just cut with that long edge. You see that big piece of callus just fell out there. So what we're trying to do here is just remove as much of that, what feels like a foreign body in the foot, and make the patient more comfortable. So you can see right there, and again we'll go in there again with the long edge of that number 10 scalpel, and just cut all that away, cut all the dead tissue away. So you have to be really careful with these, because it's not really a corn. It's a little bit harder to feel the edge between the living and the dead tissue, so we've got to be a little bit careful with this one. But fortunately we can see there's a really clearly defined area between living and dead. So then you can see, as the further we go down, you can see this white section where the fluid from the skin that's been compressed gets pushed back into the living tissue, so it sort of gets this macerated look to it. So we know once we get into that level, we're pretty close to being down to the level of living skin. So we have to be a little bit more selective with what we take out now. Just removing that now with the tip of the number 10 blade. So this one, we've actually done this one before, so it's actually a almost instant relief for this patient once we've done this, but unfortunately it will grow back. Now this one's pressure over the metatarsal heads, not wearing the right footwear. You can see to the lateral aspect of where we're cutting this one out, there's another one as well that we'll have to go on and do later. But then once we've removed as much of that as we can, we just want to make sure we don't get blood on this, or as little blood as we can, and also we also want to be pretty pain-free while we're doing this one, because we don't use any anaesthetic or anything to sort of deaden the pain with this one. The patient's obviously conscious watching me do this, so we can get feedback from them as to whether it's hurting or if or we're going too deep, because often they will be able to tell you that feels like it's right on the edge of the living and dead skin, the more we've done this to them. So basically what we're doing now is just going in and removing that final section of, or what we think is the final section of the callousy corn section. So you probably would call this section right in the bottom a corn now, once we've moved all that callus cap, and it was right over multiple layers of callus. So we'll go and take this one out and see if we can grab it and show it to the camera. That's what was right in the bottom of that, and we'll do a little close-up of the actual foot in a second to show you the depression where that's come out of. And then you'll understand that this is sitting actually under the skin, so it's actually really quite painful to walk on. And we'll go ahead and clean the rest of that up and sand it all smooth and do the one to the lateral aspect, and this patient will be free to go.